So, Arata's account. Let's do the review. We have Encore. Those are pretty nice looking stats already. String Master. Nice. You're using the 4-5 Inferno Rider. Now that's a beautiful sight to see. 4-5 fusion damage bonus. Havoc Great Main. Very nice to see. Max crit damage as well. Okay, double crit energy regen attack. Nice. Double crit max crit damage once again. Very beautiful. And double crit again. Wow. That's a pretty cracked Encore. Encore's all 10. Okay. S0 Encore. A pretty cracked Encore, honestly. You have Dupa signature. Double crit. Nice. Double crit again and energy regen. Nice. Double crit attack. Nice. Double crit energy regen. Liberation 4-5. Absolutely beautiful echo. Double crit. Lowest roll crit rate, but I honestly this is okay. This is okay. It's like okay for how I feel about double crits, right? On echoes with only double crits alone, right? For me, this is pretty nice. This is okay, because when you see a 6 point something crit rate, that you know you hit the lowest roll and you're just like It also just kind of like spoils the mood when you see a 6.3. But otherwise, I would say this is honestly pretty good Lupa as well. Oh, even S1 some more. Wow. 230% energy regen Verena. Beautiful. Variation. That's what you like to see. Oh, why is this plus 15? I mean, to be fair, you already got your energy regen. That's all you need. What the heck? Even your Verena its stats are 4-5. DPS Verena, let's go. Okay. Yeah, honestly, this is all that you need for Verena. 230% energy regen is way more than enough. Okay. S1. It's so close to greatness. When you get S2 Verena, it will be her power spike. Okay, Frolova. The stats are looking pretty good. Lithium Elegy. Signature weapon. Ooh, double crit. Resonance Liberation. Wow, another 21% crit damage. Unfortunate, this energy regen would have been another great stat if not for the fact that Frolova does not need energy regen, which is, well, ripped. 4-5. Very beautiful. 4-5, very beautiful. 4-5, very beautiful. Your Frolova is cracked as hell. Wow, I like it. Okay, S0 R1. Chacona with 117 energy regen. Not too bad. Which means you need to do a bit more quick swaps with Verena, with Chacona if you want to get her out up. Because for me, a comfortable range for Chacona is when you have 130% energy. The lower your energy regen, the more quick swaps you're gonna have to do with Chacona. That's pretty much the idea behind Chacona. Lowest roll crit rate with second lowest roll crit damage is kind of like but okay. Resonance Liberation, fine. 3-5. Okay, another 3-5. Not too bad. This one, 4-5, is great. When you have a 4-5 and you have a lowest roll crit, it's still honestly pretty cracked. So yeah, 3-5, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. S0 R1, okay. I like this Chacona. Just maybe a little bit more energy regen and she'll be all good. Danny! Wow! This crit damage is insane. Alright, let's see what she has. Double crit, okay. 3-5 with heavy, okay. 3-5 again with heavy, wow. 3-5 with attack, wow. 4-5, holy. Highest roll crit damage. I think this attack percentage is also highest roll. This is I would say honestly this is one of the best echoes I've seen, and probably like one of the best accounts I've seen in terms of echo stat rolling so far. Pretty insane. Pretty insane. Carlotta with 120% energy regen is more than enough. And then not to mention 74% crit and 300% crit damage. Those are pretty good stats. Instantly we are greeted with a 4-5. Nice. Another 4-5. Absolutely nice. 3-5. Okay. 3-5 again. Nice. And another 4-5. Ooh. S1 as well, which makes it all the more impressive. But that also means if you miss your crit, you're gonna be questioning Carlotta like, bruh. Because crit rate is increased by 12.5%, which means it's almost essentially 12.5, so it's 86.8. And if she misses, you're really gonna question her. Oh, Camellia, what happened? What happened to Camellia? Why is she using a training sword? And why does she have nothing? Poor Camellia. Bulova just outperforms her so hard. Yep. 240% energy regen. Very nice. And a lot of crit damage. So you have enough to buff and quite a bit of substantial damage. I think if anyone deserves a #1 shopkeeper fan, is Arata right here. 5-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5. Your shopkeeper's really cracked. How long did you roll for shopkeeper echoes? You want those echoes? I also want those echoes, man. Verity's handle. Okay. You have the signature. 3-5. Not bad. 4-5. 3-5. 3-5. 3-5. You just maxed out last week. Holy shit. From 2.0 all the way to 2.6. And close to the end of 2.6. That is some dedication and a half right there. Dude has good RNG. He has good RNG, or maybe he knows the secrets. The real secret to echo rolling. Okay, S0R1 judges. Moonlit. I'm expecting to see pretty cracked stats for everyone, considering how everyone has like 4-5s, 3-5s, 5-5s. The real secret is just roll better. 3-5, 3-5, 3-5, 3-5, 3-5. Honestly, pretty good. Oh, what the hell is this? Lowest roll and lowest roll, both lowest roll in one echo is diabolical. It's just a slap in the face, honestly. But yeah, I don't expect Moonlit to have that much of an investment, but being able to hit 3-5s on all of them, pretty impressive, pretty nice. Get a bunch of that. Yeah. Whenever I get 12.6 and 6.3s, I'm always just like, bruh. Bruh. Changli, Blazing Brilliance, there's 0R1. Okay, beautiful. You have Nightmare. I wonder why the energy regen is not really counted. I mean, Changli doesn't need too much energy regen, but it's a 4-5. This is also a 4-5. What the heck? Wow. Wow. Another 5-5. Impressive. And this one also another 5-5. Don't rely too much on the highlight. No. Changli works with liberation and skill. That's why. So if we look at the forte is resonance skill damage, but the resonance liberation itself is also liberation. And considering how much liberation damage it does, so honestly I would count that as a 5-5. So Changli is technically one of those like resonators that can have a 6-5 if Echo substats ever allow the 6 stat. Yinlin. Okay, so basically Encore stole Yinlin's string master. Moonlit. Oh, here is the rare 2-5 that we've seen. 3-5, 3-5. What the heck? 5-5, 3-5. This is the first 2-5 we've seen. Which honestly, that's how many characters down. So many characters down before we finally see a 2-5. Crazy. Very, very, very good account. Alright, Kelcharo. Lustrous Razor. Honestly, I don't have Yindin and I never built Kelcharo. So these are probably two of the units that I am very, very not familiar with. I think for Kelcharo, you want Liberation, right? And not Heavy Attack. Heavy Attack Mercy, Heavy Attack, then your Residence Liberation is considered as a Residence Liberation. So I'm not too sure what to really classify this as. I guess you could still consider it as a 3-5, where the part of his kit that uses a heavy. But this one's a definite 3-5, pretty high crit and pretty high attack. 4-5, energy regen. 3-5, ooh, lowest roll crit rate. Again, no. But honestly, it's still pretty good, considering everything else. Heavy attack is for Death Messenger. Let's see, Death Messenger. Now, Heavy Attack Mercy is the heavy attack damage. Death Messenger is the Residence Liberation damage. Okay, honestly, pretty impressive. Rover, Aero Rover. Okay. Oh my goodness. I would expect no less from you. 4-5. 3-5. 2-5. Oh, that's a very rare 2-5. But still pretty good. Okay. And that 2-5, this one is probably the worst 2-5 we've seen so far. And then another 3-5. So honestly, if you ever do want to min-max your Rovers, probably replace this one. Chixia. Oh, you even level 90 Chixia. Okay, impressive. Sanhua. Endless Collapse. Probably the Moonlit set is on someone else. When you have Overture, your Sanhua is just gonna have so much faster fill time. So this is an Overture waiting room for Sanhua. Baizhi. We don't talk about Baizhi. We don't talk about Baizhi. Even then, you still have some pretty good echoes for Baizhi. Honestly, you can just if you ever use Baizhi, honestly I doubt you will. You can just take Shorekeepers. But you have Shorekeeper and Verena. You don't need Baizhi. Come on. Hey, what's this? Why is Jinxie level 1? What's this? Jinjo Magistrate accidentally got her. Well played. Alright, now let's look at Dungeons Echoes. Oh, okay. Even for Camellia, that's a 4-5. For Dungeon, it's also a 3-5. Dungeon needs heavy and resonance skill as well. Hey, you only shine on 1.1 and 1.2 Kim. Francis is just like, alright, you can retire now, old man. Oh, wow. This would be the 4-5 for Camellia as well. 3-5 for Camellia and 4-5 for Camellia. Honestly, those stats are all pretty cracked. Prolova, Changli, Verena. Very interesting team. It's a team that I've never used before, but I think it's worth a try. Encore, Lupa, and Shorekeeper. Okay. I think I may need a few runs to roughly work out what they're going to need. Alright, well, let's see how are we gonna rotate with this. We shall start with Verena first. So Verena onto the field and then we restart. Verena to attack 1. Prolova across. A bit too fast. I missed the hit. Ah, The concerto is all going a little bit weird here, huh?
逃げ切れるかな。任せてください。
Okay. That's not exactly the concerto rotation that I want to see. So that means I need to rotate in a slightly different manner. No! I need to remember to basic attack with Verena once so that I can get the concerto ready. Because basically what you see there, right, is where if I press the skill, Verena's attack will take a while before it spawns in to hit. Then during that time, where I swap out to another Resonator, the intro outro skill is not triggered. So I need to do one quick attack before I do Verena's skill.
生命のシンフォニー任せて。面白いコンチェルトね。完全生と死の狭間にすが逃げ場などない。心だけは白馬にあらず。任せてください。
Verena 1 2. Okay. No, I think this might be a good rotation. Verena, so that my Changli can do that. Ah, I forgot that I gotta rotate back to Florova. Okay, and we reset all the concertos back. Oh, this is the messy one. I think we are on good pace. Need to find a more efficient way to use the Infernal Rider. Ah.
日向ぼっこの時間ですよ。勝ち切る。こんな手はどう？カゴの中に取り渡る。
Maybe I could do an Infernal Rider cancel too.
アンサンブル。生命のシンフォニー。神にも劣らぬ。
No! Huh, this team is actually surprisingly good. Well, this goes to show that with enough stats and their signature weapon, you can technically just blast through all the fusion resistances. Blast the Frolova. Okay. I may or may not have an inkling of an idea of how we can try to rotate. Ah, Rockkeeper. Oh, I'm still live. Good morning. Hello, good morning to you. How's your sleep? Hopefully it's been treating you well. Okay, number 1. So, oh no. Well, that's rude. Yeah, for this team it's going to be really hard because there's so much fusion. So much fusion resistance. Except good. Hope Wuwa players have been going good. Yep, Wuwa players have been going pretty good. Right now I've got an interesting request where right. Lupa has this I nearly forgot. Lupa has this passive with a skill, right? It's that if you manage to kill something with a skill, it will reset her skill cooldown. So that's why you saw the bunch of skill cards right there. So I think for this team, right, if I want to rotate, not exactly, don't think I can do too many quick swaps with this team. The kind of quick swaps that the kind of quick swaps that I can do right would probably be like this, and then Lupa spin around on course and do the spin. Oh, flashbang! Okay, now we go to Lupa. And because Lupa charges out of concerto way too quickly and you kind of don't wanna... Okay, something like this. Okay, the wave is all clear now. Now we use the liberation so that Lupa can grab everyone together. Then we just... Baby. We want to keep shopkeepers out as much as possible for the token. Then we continue with this rotation. I don't think there's too much quick swap that can be done with this team, considering how Encore is super reliant on the basic attack buff from Lupa. But one thing you can try doing though is to dodge any attacks that they throw at you. Because when you dodge attacks that throw at you, right, your control charges up faster, which really helps in this. Oh, we still got a bunch of these guys. Oh well. Boom. Okay, ulti. Grab them all together. That one chop that spin away. Die! Oh, die! Shopkeeper, quickly cast your... Ah! I would say that this I think the only time for quick swap, right, is only at the start for Encore, maybe a bit of Lupa and Shopkeeper. Otherwise, they're kind of locked into their rotations. I will let you know about the different things that you can do with Rolova first, so that you have a better understanding of what I'm doing behind Rolova and why am I dashing all around like that. So with Rolova, right, one interesting thing about Rolova is that when you throw when you throw this Hecate out, you can sort of cancel it by dodging. However, one thing to note is that when you dodge, you need to make sure that this Hecate has enough time to hit a little bit. I mean, just one attack is enough to generate this note. If you dodge a little bit too fast, just like what happened over there, you will not generate any note because Hecate will have missed the target. And then that's why in the run just now, sometimes you see like my Fulova had a few missing notes during the run. So that's something you wanna take note of. So the other thing that you can cancel is the enhanced normal attack. So when you're in reincarnation state and you do this, don't just let her fall into Hecate's arms. As cool as that looks, this eats up a bit of time. So what you can do is you can do the enhanced normal and then dodge. Now the enhanced normal also has two different sort of like, well, displacement modes in a way. So if you do not hold your forward key, wait, what? That's not supposed to happen. If you do not hold your forward key, you would just do it on the spot. But if you hold your forward key, I guess it really determines on whether she has momentum or not. That's why she was propelled forward. But usually is when she has no momentum, or you're not holding the forward key, then she'll do that thing on the spot. If you're holding the forward key, then she'll move forward. Honestly, normally it's much better to just hold the forward key, because if you need to let your brain think of like, oh, I need to release my forward key, I need to not release my forward key here, it's gonna get very messy. So just keep holding your forward key. It's just that you need to have a rough mental image of where your enemies are so that you can keep doing this. And then back one more time. It's easy to mess this up because you could do something like go across and then after that do something like go in another direction 90 degrees perpendicular and maybe like hit only one or two mobs. Now for the second chain, this 1, 2, 3 dodge and then do this and then dodge again is the first part of the chain. The second part of the chain, yep, Winters, I'm still up. The second part of the chain is where you use the echo skill like this, and then you dodge out the echo skill to continue 1, 2, 3 and do this again. Actually no, you use the echo skill, then you use the resonance skill so that you can quickly get your third note and do this. Ideally, you would have one red purple, one red, another red purple, and another red note. So if you would chain this whole thing up together, it will look something like 1, 2, 3, like this, and then into skill, and then finally your this attack, which you will generate 4 notes already. And then after you go do someone else's thing, swap them in to get their concerto ready, then swap back to Prolova, and then she'll be able to give another 2 more notes. And then after that you do the Kami. Bam! And that's how you're gonna get your forte really quickly for Prolova. Then for Changli, I think you do know how to use Changli. Just like, I guess there's 1 or 2 things to know for Changli is that you want to do a swap in with Changli so that she'll do this spin attack rather than having to 1, 2. So when you swap in with Changli, right, she'll skip the 1, 2 and she'll go straight to the 3, and you make sure that she does the umbrella. If you think you're fast enough, you can swap to another character like Shawkeeper, Verena, build up their concerto at the same time and go back to Charlie and True Sight. Her True Sight lasts quite long, so you can hold it there for quite a while. Just make sure that you see her use the umbrella, or at least like see her jump backwards. Yeah. Alternatively, if you find yourself like just lacking one bit more, if you can keep the conscious effort, you can do this, the True Sight. Use the Phoenix form because it will stand her down and she'll do into the umbrella straight. So as long as you have the umbrella, you'll be able to get the 40 gauge back really quickly compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then got the 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. Then another thing you can swap out with is if you're doing the land version of True Sight, you can swap out during the land version of the True Sight. So yeah, that's something that you can try to experiment with. As for Lupa and Encore, right, only thing that I would say you can try quick swapping in between all that is Encore's skill. If you have enough time, you can try to swap back to her last big hit of her E, of her skill, which is not easy to do. So the other alternative option is to just let it pass, and as you do something else with Lupa. Now the interesting thing about quick swap, right, is because quick swap is very dependent on your position. So for example, if I were to say leave Lupa B after I like jump up with Lupa and do another dash, and you see how Encore spawns in the air. That's another important thing to know about quick swap. If you let the spear slam down on the ground, right, then when you spawn in, you see how Shorekeeper spawns in on the ground. The same can be applied to Encore as well. If you have Brand, Lupa is such a good enabler for Brand, and so is Zhangli, because what Lupa can do is when she uses the first part of her skill and then straight away to the second part, one and like this, Brand can already start spinning in the air from Lupa's skill. So that's how Lupa really enables Brand. And I mean, for Lupa, the other thing that you can try to quick swap with is, okay, before I forget, the other thing you can try to quick swap with Lupa is this attack. So this one and then this flurry of attacks over here. But you have to be very careful. So if during that flurry of attacks, right, your concerto hits full, you're going to be in a bit of an awkward position because Encore will just be like, oh, yay, I have Lupa's basic attack, but then Lupa now has her 2 bars full and you're just like, no, I cannot swap back to Lupa. That's the problem with Encore, because she really needs Lupa's buff compared to Brand who just like, oh, Lupa's buff? Sure, I'll just do more damage when he already has so much more damage. So that's something you need to be very careful about, which is concerto management on Lupa. Like if you quick swap with Lupa, sometimes it might not be that straightforward. Okay, so for Shorekeeper, right, when she has a 5 forte stack, you can do the black hole, and once you see the black hole appearing, swap out. That's what you can do for quick swap Shorekeeper. Or you can also choose the animation cancel. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you can sort of like shorten it to 8 seconds-ish. I think I've seen someone doing it in 5 seconds, although it's not very easy. So I'll just do the 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. As long as you don't take over like 15 seconds for Shorekeeper to cast to rotate out, is good enough. 10 seconds would be an ideal spot. Okay, yeah, now that's all that I really have to show. I hope you've learned something from this, and I hope you enjoyed it.